Hey guys, Cat Kom here with Studio Sweat On Demand, and I am so pleased to be here with my special guest, registered dietitian extraordinaire, Miriam. Hey. What are we here to talk about today, Miriam?
Fad diets. So I wrote a whole article on this, so please refer to it. It's the January Focus on Food article. If you want
2021, we'll drop it in the description.
Yep, it's really more in depth. But I really wanted to just give you some, basically the sort of fundamentals of what a fad diet is. Like if you know the formula of what a fad diet is, when you start looking out there, different programs pop up, you can go ding ding. I think this is one of them. So some of the criteria I'm just gonna mention focuses on drastic change. So something that's gonna kind of promise you
Drop 20 pounds in 1 week.
Yeah, it sounds so tempting, and you're just like desperate for that, you know, quickness, that promptness. But it's a red flag. Restricts one or more food groups. So I don't know, like the carbs. That's happening all the time.
The no carb diet.
Right. Or like whole fruit. You know, even like starchy vegetables. I just can't like wrap my head around that one ever.
What about the flip side, the all whatever diet?
Yes. Oh.
Someone just told me that they were on the all potato diet. Have you heard of that one?
No. That's interesting.
And they literally did lose a ton of weight.
Yeah. So it's a calorie thing.
Yeah.
It ends up being a
yeah,
they're
because
just on less
after
calories.
a while, even
you're probably gonna be really sick.
Oh yeah, no, they were very unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like still, and yeah.
You're gonna be missing some key nutrients, so that's an issue.
Yeah.
Another one is you're labeling, you know, morality of food. This one's bad, this one's good, and it's kind of categorizing food into these don't ever and do it all the time. Your plan should be all food fits. You have to have that sort of 5-10% of play food, your favorite foods, part of it, because there's a rebound effect if you restrict and deprive of those foods. So another one is promises of the fast results. I mentioned buzzwords like detox and cleanse. Remember, our bodies have these beautiful organs built in that do that for you daily, and if they're not, you should be in the hospital or getting dialysis or something. So we have a built-in cleansing mechanism. We can help ourselves with more fruits and vegetables and water. Relies on miracle drugs or concoctions. So where they're selling you, clearly it's a great business plan. They're selling you these powders, these pills.
Yeah, that you need to buy in order for this diet to work. Right.
Yeah, so that's another red flag. Claims no exercise. This one like stabs me in the chest.
I can't.
I don't even really want to.
Do you remember, Bethany's off to the side. Bethany, do you remember when we had some people, and you might remember this too, and I won't mention the specific diet, but it restricted their calories to 500 a day, and for the first 30 days, they were not allowed to exercise at all because they didn't have enough energy to barely walk on 500 calories, much less exercise, not even at low intensity. And I was just like, you are killing me.
Yeah, our bodies are meant to move every single day.
Yeah.
So
and they were crabby. Yes, good point. Yeah,
yes. Yeah. So how is that at all sustainable? And then the last one, there's an endorsement from a non-expert in the health field. There's like celebrities maybe endorsing this. They're not, you know, obviously for your health and well-being, and they're not coming from a credentialed place or an experienced place. So you really want to make sure you understand the bias. They're probably being paid a boatload. So just notice those red flags. Again, all of it's in the article.
If the celebrity says another resource like the one that you're talking about is behind this and does have a lot of information and guidance.
That's different. That is different.
Just because I'm sure there are some cases out there.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. So I just want you to have these alarm bells going on. when you're out there, so you don't get swayed and you don't lose a ton of money and time and self-worth, because at the end when it fails, and most of them do, you actually drop your self-efficacy, meaning like you don't trust your body and yourself as much, and your body ends up maybe holding on to more calories, getting quote fatter.
And mentally, it's just,
Yeah.
when you experience failure like that, and especially when it happens over and over
Every year.
you're just knocking yourself down by choosing this, program that's not sustainable.
Right.
And you're constantly failing, and then you end up, going the opposite direction, and it's super sad to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to use, that's great you mentioned that, the analogy when you work out. Are you going to work out maybe 10 hours in a day trying to gain all the results that you want that day? No, you have to do this over time and with consistency and gradual progress and progression. It's not, you can't you'll get injured, burnt out.
Take steps backwards.
And so I just want you to be really mindful, use your common sense and good judgment.
So are there any diets that you would deem good diets? And when I say diet, I mean the way that most people, when they think of the word diet, think of. So
yes,
they think of some sort of, typically it is associated with restriction, but your diet is what you eat and drink, period. It's what you put in your pie hole.
Yeah, fad diet is different than diet, right?
Okay, and so she's talked to you, in this vlog, what we're talking to you about is how to look out for a fad diet, and we'll just say it's pretty easy. A fad diet is a bad diet because of all the reasons that she just said, and how do you know if it's a fad diet? She went over that. How do you know if something might be a good program?
I love that you mentioned that. That's also in the article. There's 2 out there that have been around for actually decades, that are from many health organizations that have done tons of evidence-based research. The DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet. So those 2, if you want a generalized program, those 2 I'd be like, hey, go for it.
Because they're not so much focused on restriction, they're just based on how you can get the best from every food group is really kind of how I look at it.
They bump up fruits and vegetables, they lower sodium, they raise essential fatty acids in there.
What if we do a
proteins.
vlog, just because I don't want to keep going on this one?
Yeah,
because if people see it's too long, they won't
They
watch it.
Tap out.
What if we do a vlog coming up where we talk specifically about those 2 programs?
You want to do that?
Yeah. All right, good.
Absolutely.
When it comes to watching out for those fad diets, is there anything else that you would like to add, my expert Miriam?
Go back to the wisdom of your body. I can tell you all day long great things to eat that make your body function better, but I still want you to listen. I go back to that all the time. Your body has so much wisdom, so please pay attention to it.
All right, great. All right, you guys. And after eating all of those great foods from every food group, you will have the energy to do the body sculpting, fat torching workouts you can find on Studio Sweat on demand.